Hello, lovely people. This is Robin D. Today with a kind of interesting video. I will put this thing on, well, this kind of audio onto my main channel. Even though normally when I talk about myself or things, I put this on my second channel, but today I will put this on the main channel because I kind of want to react to to some things I have seen in the last 2 days. Basically, and this is to two videos by PopularMMOS. If you don't know this channel, check him out. That's Pat and Jan. And basically in recent days, Pat has been making those two videos where he kind of tells things that you possibly didn't know about himself and Jan. And while I've watched quite a few YouTubers that, well, are kind of, you could say in a way, socially awkward, and I felt like, yeah, alright, that's kind of, yeah, similar to me. I had never really had this feeling of a YouTuber like being nearly like me, and that has now changed, because like when I hear the things there on those videos that Pat says, that things that about him or Chen, basically I listened to that and I'm like, what? That could be a video about me. That could just be interchanged with myself, and a lot of things would be true. For example, so I must say, there is a thing which kind of is the main thing there, which I'm going to come to later, but in the video, of the 10 things about Chen, well, she is seemingly afraid of blood and can't see blood and just passes out when she sees it. Actually, that's the same with me. I mean, I can't really say I'm scared, but it's really not describable, but when I just hear that there might be blood somewhere, then I already don't feel well, and that actually once helped me with something. So I basically only had some blood taken from myself basically once, which so that was when I think I had a kind of health check when I was 5 or 7 or something, and they had to take some blood samples, and I was there and I tried not to look, but then kind of in the corner of the eye I saw them kind of, yeah, taking the blood, and I mean, I don't know if I really completely passed out or if I just was slightly unconscious, but my mother had to carry me home, and I think slept from the evening of that day till the next day somewhere in the afternoon, because that was just, my body just was like, oh my god, what's that? Help! And completely shut down. And another time, this kind of thing actually saved me. Now, I'm not going to say exactly what it was because I'm not actually sure if I'm allowed to legally. But there was a place where I had to go, that, well, recently, about 1 year ago, I think that was now. And there would be such a health checkup, and there was such an introduction of what they were going to do, and right at the end of the introduction they said, well, and now you will have some blood taken, and I was like, oh my god, and it went black in front of my eyes, and I went up to the person, said, I'm not feeling well, and they put me into a different room and let me lay down there, and at some point someone asked me, how much do you even weigh? And I said, well, 43 kilograms. And everyone looked at me in complete horror, and I was like, what? That's not possible. And I said, well, yes, it is. And that they measured me and were like, oh, really? Yeah, we are not going to take your blood. We are not going to do anything to you. You just can go again. That's it. So, yeah, kind of this, not even fear, but this complete not being able to even think about blood kind of, yeah, saved me from something, you could say. But I'm just like that. I can't see blood. I can't even think about it, that someone would put something into my arm or so and take some blood from me, or that is odd, or that there is blood somewhere. That's just terrible for me, and I can't really deal with this. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, well, that just could be me. And the other thing is obviously the big thing of the, well, with Pet and Clan, they say it's a social anxiety. I mean, for me, it's just the not being able to understand other people. Now, for me, this is not a real problem, because basically I just kind of keep away from other people, and if I can't, then I try to communicate with them on the level of pure information as good as possible. But when someone then says something else, like something that just doesn't make sense in an information, how did I just pronounce it? In an information kind of way, then this is definitely some other type of language that I don't understand, and that kind of makes me slightly nervous, and I really do not feel comfortable at all trying to talk to people who clearly don't give me just the pure information, but some other things that are there, some subtle clues about how what they think about me or something. I can't understand this, and so I'm not really feeling comfortable or well. Also with phone calls, yeah, I'm also not really good at that, and always when I have to call someone, I basically also often do that way, that I actually write down exactly what I want and exactly what I want to say, and then only say this, which possibly makes me sound quite strange if you are ever phoning me, or if I happen to be calling you because I have to, then this will be really weird, because I will literally be reading a script. But I also do this in other situations, like when I have to ask someone. For example, at school, I once had to go to a teacher and ask them for a specific thing. I wrote down exactly what I wanted to say on my phone, and then just stood in front of the teacher with my phone and just reading this off. Because yeah, I just can't really talk to other people in a normal way if it's something that needs to come across exactly a certain way, which in most cases that is what communication is about. If you don't want someone to think something else, so you don't want to ask the teacher, could I have the paper that I handed in yesterday back or something, and the teacher thinks, oh, he wants to invite me for some coffee. No, that's not what I want. So you have to get the point across exactly how you intend to do, and this is why I then, when I had to do such things, always wrote down the things exactly how I wanted to say them, and then just said exactly this sentence. So when I heard this in the video there, I thought, wow, that is actually pretty much what I do. Wow. And so basically, I kind of have a kind of now even connection there between Pat and Clan and things that I do and can't do, or how I behave. And this is actually really weird, because I thought I was just the weirdest person on the planet, and there couldn't be anyone that is just remotely similar to me. But well, it seems that actually this could be compared in a way. So yeah, I just want to make this video. I don't know how this video answer function works, but if it does, I will also put this video as an answer to Pat's video. If it doesn't work, then this will just be sitting on my main channel, and a lot of people will ask themselves, what's this video about? Well, I will link the two videos by PopularMMOS down in the description below, so you can check them out. And yeah, if you have some things that you do, or you can't really see blood or communicate with other people, or can't stand to see other people in blood, which I think is a quite logical thing. Anyway, then you can comment down below and also tell your story, or also make a video or audio thing about it. Whatever. Yeah, I will leave you here. Thank you very much for watching and listening if you actually did. And I say I'll talk about such things at some point again when I have kind of got more of a script. But this video I just wanted to do to kind of, yeah, say something. To say that on one hand, people with the fear of blood and the fear of people are not alone. And I mean, for me, it's not really a fear. It's just, yeah, if I hear blood, I just don't function any longer. And if I have to talk to other people, even if it is just on the phone or something, I basically write down everything I want to say, and I really need a script for such things, because that doesn't work. For my videos, as you might have noticed, I don't have scripts, and that's, yeah, doesn't really work out, does it? So yeah, for anything else, I really at least should come across as somehow useful, I then have to write everything down that I'm going to say, and that's what I do. And yeah, yeah, I think that's it. Now, just a small difference here at the end. I am actually not claustrophobic, and also not the opposite, because there are two things, and in German they are often mixed up. One is claustrophobisch, which is claustrophobic, and the other one is Platzangst, which is actually the fear of having too much space. So there are actually people that have the fear of being in really big empty rooms, and often people confuse these two things, even though they are the exact opposite. And I have neither of those things, so I actually like being in really small, tight spaces. So while I was in school, never got locked into a locker. But if I would have, I wouldn't have minded. I would have just been in there and been like, yeah, all right. I mean, at some point I would have possibly wanted to get out of there, but like other people that would freak out and scream and do whatever, I would have just silently tried to possibly open the lock from the inside, but otherwise, I don't really mind. I think I once actually climbed into my locker and closed the door. Well, not the lock, but just the door, and just sat in there for 15 minutes. I don't know why I did this, but yeah, I just thought, why not? I fit in there. And then when some other people came, I kind of went out, and they were like, where did that person just come from? Yeah, was quite interesting. And I also can be in big empty rooms. I don't care for that. But yeah, as you see, this video is not scripted. It's just an amount of talking things, and possibly it's a cry for, I don't know, senpai pets notice me or something. I really don't know. I'm going to end this now. If you listened and possibly watched whatever I will be putting over here, thank you and goodbye. We'll hear us again soon. Pat, you're a totally awesome YouTuber.